Hello to my wonderful students. My name is Mariatu Sise, or you can call me Mrs. Sise. I am the teacher who will talk to you on the radio. I wish I could see you in person, but I know that you listen carefully and do your best. I hope you are all keeping safe and protecting yourselves by washing your hands with soap and water. By now, I know you have heard the president speaking about the coronavirus. This sickness continues to spread all over the world. Today, I'm going to address something I've been hearing in the community. This topic is very serious, so I need you all to listen very closely. Are you listening?
Yes, we are listening.
I've been hearing some people say that the coronavirus is not real. However, I am here to inform you that this sickness, coronavirus, is real. And people all over the world are catching it every single day. If you go on the internet or listen to the news right now on the radio, you will see that most countries in the world are suffering from this sickness. We need to make sure Sierra Leone does not suffer like the rest of the world. And the first thing we need to do is recognize that corona is real. Please remember to inform your family about this important message. For the last few times, we have been discussing some really important topics. The last time we talked about the right to be protected from abuse. This is not an easy topic because we know that abuse is painful, especially when someone you love is hurting you. Do you remember what we told you to do if this is happening to you?
Yes, we should tell an adult that we trust.
Very good. You should inform an adult that cares about you. Sometimes, though, this can feel very scary to do. I want you to remember that adults should protect you, not hurt you. If you are being hurt by an adult, that adult is not doing the correct thing. You should tell someone about what happened.
What will happen after I tell that person?
That's right, my dear. That person should support you and help you figure out what to do next. Hopefully, that person will help you take your complaints to the police station. The government has a responsibility to help protect children from harm, and police officers have the responsibility to help make sure you are safe. There may even be police officers who have special training in working with children. So, adults, I hope you are listening now. We have a responsibility to help our children if they are being hurt. It might be scary for you too to go to the police, but it is the right thing to do. Now it is time for our lesson. Today we have another reading session together. I'm feeling great because I know you'll do lots of fun activities. How are you feeling today? Remember, last time we practiced the sentence, she wanted to know more about the world. We practiced blending sounds to read and write the words like craft, plump, grasp, prank, bring, sting, clang, and crump. We practiced arranging words to write a sentence. Last, we read and discussed the passage Part 1, Daisy's Big Dream. I also want to tell your families about the great work you did in your assignment. Hello, families. Please ask your child to talk to you about chickens and whether or not you have ever seen a chicken fly. I am sure they did a good job. Now today we have 6 fun activities to do together. Number 1, we'll do an activity called sentence warm-up. Number 2, we'll do an activity called Brilliance Blending. Number 3, we'll do an activity called Write and Read. Number 4, we'll do an activity called Listen and Write. Number 5, we'll do an activity called Sentence Scramble. Number 6, we'll do an activity called Read Aloud. Let's have a great class together. First, it's time for a sentence warm-up. Today, our practice sentence is, she pressed tiny seeds into the warm earth. You listen while I say the sentences 2 times. Then I'll tell you when it is time for us to read the sentence together. Ready? Listen first. She pressed tiny seeds into the warm earth. She pressed tiny seeds into the warm earth. Okay, when I say your turn, then we all can say it together. Ready? Your turn.
She pressed tiny seeds into the warm earth.
One more time.
She pressed tiny seeds into the warm earth.
When I hear the sentence, she pressed tiny seeds into the warm earth, I think about a woman bending over to plant seeds in the dirt. Earth is another way of saying dirt. I see the woman digging small holes and covering the seeds with dirt. Now, I want you to think about how you will do a drama for the sentence. She pressed tiny seeds into the warm earth. Sheila, will you bend over and pretend to plant seeds? Or will you be a seed and pretend to grow into a green plant, Peter? I'll give you 5 seconds to think about how you do a drama to show the sentence. She pressed tiny seeds into the warm earth. I hope you have your drama idea ready. Now I'll say the sentence and you will do your drama. Ready? Your turn. Wow! The students here with me did a wonderful drama. I wish I could see your beautiful dramas at home. I am sure you did a great job. Now I have some questions for you. When I ask the questions, if the answer is yes, stand up. If the answer is no, sit down. If the answer is yes, stand up. If the answer is no, sit down. Let's begin. First question. Can you grow a potato from a seed? Next question. Can you grow a horse from a seed? Next question. Can you grow cassava from a seed? Next question. Can you grow water from a seed? Wonderful job answering those questions. Now let's say the word tiny. I wonder if you can tell me how many syllables there are in the word tiny. You'll listen while I clap the syllables in the word. Then I'll tell you when it is your turn to try. Ready? Listen. Tiny. Tiny. Ready? Your turn.
Tiny.
Again.
Tiny.
How many syllables in tiny?
2.
Yes, there are 2 syllables. Tiny is one word with 2 syllables. Is tiny a noun, a verb, or an adjective? Remember, an adjective is a word that describes something.
Tiny is an adjective.
Tiny is used to describe what the seed is like. That's good. The seeds are very, very small, so they are called tiny seeds. Tiny is an adjective, and seeds is a noun. Now it is time for Brilliance Blending. Are you ready? Good. At the beginning of a word, sometimes we have one sound, and sometimes we have 2 sounds. At the end of a word, sometimes we have one sound, and sometimes we have 2 sounds. Today we'll practice some words that have 2 sounds at the beginning and end of the word. Number 1. First, you listen. Blast. Blast. At the beginning, we have 2 sounds, b and l. Make bl. And at the end, we have s and t. That make st. Blast. 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 Now you can try. Ready? Your turn.
Blast. Blast.
Again.
Blast. Blast.
Number 2. First, you listen. Stump. At the beginning, we have 2 sounds. S and t. That make st. And at the end, we have and p. That make hump. Hump. Stump. Hump. Stump. Now you can try. Ready? Your turn.
Stump. Stump.
Number 3. First you listen. Glint. At the beginning we have 2 sounds, g and l. That make gl. And at the end we have n and t. That makes nt. Glint. 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 Now you can try. Ready? Your turn.
Glint.
Again.
Glint.
Number 4. First you listen. Flint. At the beginning we have 2 sounds, f and l. That makes fl. And at the end we have n and t. That makes nt. Flint. Flint. Now you can try. Ready? Your turn.
Flint.
Again.
Flint.
Number 5. First, you listen. Truck. At the beginning, we have 2 sounds, t and that make tr. And at the end, we have ink and k. That makes ink. Truck. Truck. Now you can try. Ready? Your turn.
Truck.
Again.
Truck.
Number 6. First you listen. Stamp. At the beginning we have two sounds, s and t, that make st. And at the end we have and p, that makes stamp. Stamp. Now you can try. Ready? Your turn.
Stamp. Stamp.
Number 7. First you listen. Frank. Frank. At the beginning we have two sounds, f and that make fr. And at the end we have and k, that makes ink. Frank. Frank. Now you can try. Ready? Your turn.
Frank. Frank.
Number 8. First you listen. Bland. At the beginning we have two sounds, b and l, that makes b. And at the end we have n and d, that makes end. Bland. Bland. Now you can try.
Bland.
Again.
Bland.
Excellent work. Now I'm going to spell a word for you to write. Then we will read the word together. Number 1. Write the word spelled B-L-A-S-T. Now try to read and pronounce this word on your own. Listen while I sound out the word. Blast. 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 The letters BL together make the sound bl. A makes the sound A. And ST together make the sound st. Your turn.
Blast.
Again.
Blast.
Number 2. Write the word spelled Glint. Now try to read and pronounce this word on your own. Listen while I sound out the word. Glint. 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 The letters GL together make the sound gl. I makes the sound E. And NT together makes the sound nt. Your turn.
Glint.
Number 3. Write the word spelled TRUCK. Now try to read and pronounce this word on your own. Listen as I sound out the word. Truck. Truck. The letter TR together makes the sound tr. U makes the sound A. CK together makes the sound k. Your turn.
Truck.
Again.
Truck.
Number 4. Write the word spelled TRUNK. Now read and pronounce this word on your own. Listen while I sound out the word. Trunk, trunk. Trunk. T, R together makes the sound tr. U makes the sound A. And N, K together makes the sound nk. Your turn.
Trunk.
Again.
Trunk.
Number 5. Write the word spelled Frank. Now try to read and pronounce this word on your own. Listen while I sound out the word. Frank. Frank. The letters FR together make the sound F. A make the sound A. And NK together makes the sound nk. Your turn.
Frank.
Again.
Frank.
Good. You were working very hard. Now let's do a small brain break to celebrate. We'll do a breathing exercise. Please stand up. Now breathe in and raise your hand above your head. Breathe out. Put your hands down. Breathe in and raise your hand above your head. Breathe out. Put your hands down. Last time, breathe in, raise your hand above your head. Breathe out. Put your hands down. Well done. Now, are you ready to do listen and write? Please take out your notebook and pencil and get ready to listen carefully. I'll say a word and I want you to write it. Number 1, write the word stump. Stump. Number 2, write the word flint. Flint. Number 3, write the word stamp. Stamp. Number 4, write the word bland. Bland. Good job. Now we are going to check and see if you wrote your words correctly. Ready? Remember, the letter C and K make the same K sound. Don't worry if you get confused between C and K. That is something that happens to me too sometimes. Number 1, stump has the sounds st, ump, and it is spelled STOMP. 2, flint has the sounds flint, and it is spelled FLINT. Number 3, stamp has the sounds st, and it is spelled STAMP. Number 4, bland has the sounds bl and it is spelled BLAND. Good job! Now it is time for sentence scramble. Are you ready for sentence scramble? I will give you some phrases and you have to rearrange them into a sentence that makes sense. Ready? Write these 4 phrases down. In the pond. I, with the frog, will not jump. You should have 4 phrases written. Again, the phrases are: In the pond, I, with the frog, will not jump. Now take 1 minute to organize those phrases into a sentence that makes sense. I'll give you 1 minute to work on it. Yeah. Please do your best. You have 30 seconds more. Keep trying. I know you can do it. Challenge yourselves. You have 15 seconds more. Do your best. Challenge yourself, please. 5 seconds more. Okay, let's try to make a sentence together. First, I'm going to look for the verb. A verb is the action word. Can you find an action word?
Yes, the verb is jump.
Good. Jump is spelled J-U-M-P. Jump. Jump is combined with will not jump. That means that in the future, someone is not going to jump. They will not jump. So who is the subject? Who will not jump? Now let's look for a noun that can be the subject. What do you think?
There are 3 possible nouns. I is a noun, pond is a noun, and frog is a noun.
Great! Ponds can't jump. So that is not the subject. Which one is correct? I will not jump or with the frog will not jump?
Yes, I will not jump is correct.
Very good. I will not jump. I will not jump where?
Yes, I will not jump in the pond.
Yes, with who?
Yes, I will not jump in the pond with the frog.
Okay, now let's read it together.
I will not jump in the pond with the frog.
Remember, when we write a sentence, the first word should start with a capital letter, and the end of the sentence should have a punctuation. This sentence is a statement, so please put a full stop at the end. Now, our last activity today is read aloud. We are going to read you another passage about characters with courage. This passage comes from the story Amazing Daisy, written by Nozigwe. This passage comes from the story Amazing Daisy, written by Nozigwe Herero. This passage is called Part 2. Daisy doesn't quit. Hearing that title makes me ask questions like, what did Daisy keep trying? What happened at the end? What did our friends think? Now let's find out as we read the passage. Part 2. Daisy doesn't quit. I'm never going to fly, Daisy cried to Mama. The others are right. Daisy, you are different from the other chickens. They don't want to fly, but you do. You can do it, Mama said. The following day, Daisy climbed to the top of the chicken hoop and flap, flap, flap. She flapped her wings. She flew into the air and flapped her wings, and flapped her wings, and flapped her wings, and boom! She fell down. The other chickens laughed out loud. Ha ha ha! We told you chickens can't fly.
But the next day, Daisy climbed even higher, right up the top of the house. Flap, flap, flap. Daisy flapped her wings. She flew into the air and flapped her wings, and flapped her wings, and flapped her wings, and she kept flying. The wind beneath her wings grew stronger, and she flew higher and higher.
The sparrows and the swallows said, "Amazing, a flying chicken." And the other chickens wanted to be just like her. They said, "Oh, Daisy, you are amazing."
Wow! What an interesting passage. Based on what we've learned, maybe we can answer some of the questions we had at the beginning. What did Daisy keep trying?
In the passage, I remember reading the sentences. But the next day, Daisy climbed even higher, right up the top of the house. Flap, flap, flap. Daisy flapped her wings. She flew into the air and flapped her wings, and flapped her wings, and flapped her wings. And
Even though Daisy fell down, the next day she tried again. She kept flapping her wings again and again and again. She did not give up trying. So because of that, what happened at the end?
Let me think. In the passage, I remember reading this sentence. She kept flying. The wind beneath her wings grew stronger, and she flew higher and higher.
Yes. What did her friends think?
I know. In the passage, I remember reading the sentences, and the other chickens wanted to be just like her. They said, "Oh, Daisy, you are amazing."
Exactly. At the beginning, Daisy's friends were mean to her. They laughed at her and would not play with her. But when Daisy showed them that she could fly, they changed their attitude. They were very impressed. They said, "You are amazing" to her, and they wanted to be just like she was. Daisy is amazing. She kept trying to learn how to fly, even though it was difficult. Now, for your assignment, ask 2 people in your family to tell you a story about a time that they worked very hard to achieve a dream. Go over it again. For your assignment this week, I want you to ask 2 people in your family to tell you a story about a time that they worked very hard to achieve a dream. Okay, students, let's recap what we've learned today. Today, we practiced the sentence, "She pressed tiny seeds into the warm earth." We practiced blending sounds to read and write the words like blast, stump, glint, flint, trunk, truck, stamp, frank, and bland. We practice arranging words to write a sentence. Last, we read and discussed the passage part 2, Daisy Doesn't Quit. Okay, thank you for that helpful reminder, boys and girls. That's the end of our class, and we are happy that you are here with us. We hope to talk to you soon again. Please stay safe.